Let's do this. Hey. So we live on both? What's up, everybody? Everyone turn their phones off, please. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's casual. Hey, what's up, everybody? Nice to see you. Got a lot of evening. Yes, Jonathan's music lessons, Spitfire Boys again. I'm seeing some of the same names. I really appreciate that. It's another Saturday live stream. Let's see, what was I just doing? I have some friends here helping me, but we went to my storage. I have a storage unit, and we just got a big, giant Hammond organ out of storage and barely got it back into the studio here just in time to do the live stream. So I'm still trying to figure out what exactly I'm about to do, but I am an improviser by nature, so I think I can handle it. We got Brian behind the scenes over here, helping with the camera and reading your comments. So if there's any interesting questions that you guys have or any topics you'd like to see me cover, I'm looking here and Brian's looking when I'm not looking. So that's that. That's it. What? So quiet. The crickets. Chirp, chirp. So, Brian, how we doing?
Doing good.
Are you like a DJ man over there? You look like
yeah.
a DJ at a house party or something.
See, without the record spinning.
Yeah. What? Everything's good?
Yeah, that's great.
So I was wondering. Anyway, hope everyone's still doing well out there. I've got some comments here, but I'd love to hear any bands that are still around, that are still playing, that you haven't seen, that you still want to see. So, what is there a band like? I've never seen Fleetwood Mac, so, and they don't have Lindsey Buckingham anymore. So is it still Fleetwood Mac?
I might rather see Lindsey Buckingham.
Right? Because I think of him as like the best stuff in it. Yeah. But they do have they have they got some great people in there. Oh, they got Mike Campbell from Tom Petty. So that's pretty darn good.
He's the new Lindsey Buckingham.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. Any bands? Also, I've never seen Metallica either. Anyone in here seen Metallica ever? No? All right. Also, yeah, so let's see what we got. Red Hot Chili Peppers. So after you guys answer that, so I'm seeing a lot of Red Hot, Foo Fighters, Metallica, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Skinner, David Gilmour, Ramones, Metallica, but Ramones aren't playing anymore. Has to be a band that's still playing. Tedeschi Trucks Band, seen them. Stevie Wonder. Fish, seen Fish. The Revivalists, they're actually really good. They're a good newer band. So yeah, so that's I don't know if it's Kaleo or Calio. Have you guys? I've taught a couple of their lessons. They're very bluesy. Smashing Pumpkins, Fish, Kiss, The Verve. Yeah, I'm impressed with the amount of Kaleo, unless it's the same person that keeps saying it. Okay, so now that we got that answered, the other question I want to ask, as I have my coffee here, is what's the most epic concert you have seen, for instance? Now, I know one that you guys would be very envious of is a concert that I went to when I was like 16 or 17, and it was, the headliners were the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and then Nirvana and Pearl Jam. And Pearl Jam didn't even have their album out yet. That album 10 wasn't even out, so that was just like, right pre-explosion of grunge and everything. I got to see right, at the beginning of that whole explosion, and the show was in Hollywood, which is where the Chili Peppers, are a product of Hollywood, and they talk about it a lot in their lyrics and all that. So that could be one of the most epic shows I've ever seen. Another one that I got to say, and Brian was there with me. The other one that really was amazing was seeing Cat Stevens. How many years ago was that, Brian? That was about 5 years ago?
Yeah, probably like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, so he never plays. He hadn't played for 30 years, played a show, much less a show over in the United States. So, yeah, about 5 years ago, we, a group of friends, we got to see him, and that was pretty insane. Now, one of the reasons that I played that Radiohead song is because my buddy Brent, say hi out loud.
Hey.
Hey, are you imitating me? Hey, what's up, you guys? Brent is my good buddy who plays keyboards and organ, and he has a special organ dolly that's designed for an organ. Is that organ dolly from the 60s? It looks really old.
I think so.
Yeah. So it's like a wood contraption, but it helps you lift up the organ and put it on wheels to be able to move this giant organ around. So the thing is, we were really rushed for time to get this live stream going. So the organ is still completely not set up. That's why you're not hearing it right now. But Brent is going to come back soon, and I'm going to have, I'm working on redoing my studio here, and I'm going to have a whole band set up. So it's forthcoming for the new year. For the new year, I'm going to have some new things going on. But speaking of the new year, and Brent, once again, who you can't see, but we used to play together all the time, and we did an instrumental version of that Radiohead song. You knew why I was playing it. So that one was for Brent, and then on top of that, Brent will be playing by my side in New York City on February 3rd at the Iridium. So that's another reason he's here. We're powwowing, Voltroning about what we're going to play in New York. So February 3rd at the Iridium. I'll be plugging it more in the future. But yeah, I'm thinking of. I like the delay. I just saw that part on the screen. I like that. So we're gonna have a gig February 3rd, maybe January 27th in Nashville. It's not sure yet if I'm gonna do that. But yeah, I'll play another little jam. Because Brent's here specifically, right? But I don't know yet. I'm stalling right now.
We got
Yeah.
So Hume Hawkins saw Black Sabbath with Ozzy.
Yes.
And AC/DC with Bon Scott.
What?
Super jealous of those two.
Is he in Australia? Hume? Hume, are you in?
Hume, where are you from?
Hume, and by the way, Hume, you have been such a wonderful supporter. I know your name. Hopefully we can, shake hands someday. Thank you.
And now I want your memories.
Yes. God, what other epic? Were there any other epic? I was too busy talking.
My brother saw Zeppelin in the local pub.
Yeah, I like those stories, or like someone that saw the Beatles at the Cavern Club, that kind of thing. Let's see. Dad, what do you think your most epic show was? I know you saw the Stones in their heyday.
Stones in '64.
Stones in '64. That's pretty sick. And then the Beach Boys played at your high school reunion. We won't say which number, but
50.
50th high school reunion the Beach Boys played. That's pretty cool. What about you, Brian?
Well, Hume saw him when he was a military dependent in Germany.
Wow.
So that's pretty sweet.
Wow. That's pretty crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Let's see. Here's one. yeah. What song are you looking forward to jamming at the Iridium, Brent?
I think it was a little help from my friends.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard that tune before. I was excited.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's going to be a great one. Let's see. Is this one yet? Oh, yeah. There it is. Yes. Okay, so that brings me to another thing I was thinking about. That's a Beatles cover that arguably is better than the Beatles version. I said arguably. Arguably. It's a trap. It's a trap. Anyone? You guys also understand it's completely silent in here, so everything I do feels like it's bombing. So you never really know if you're bombing or not, but it feels like it. So, oh yeah. So what cover now? I did a countdown video on this. What cover is arguably better than the original? But I think that one is very much, because that's like a Ringo cutesy song. Do you know? Like the Beatles version of it's the Ringo, what would you do? It's Ringo's turn to have a little moment, you know? Whereas like Joe Cocker is giving, you know, basically soul vibe the whole way, you know?
Beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, here's one that's weird though. The way Robert Plant covers some Zeppelin songs now in Band of Joy, like, no, but there's, but
Are they good?
I like it.
yeah, no, like
Yeah,
it's like,
80s plant.
no, I'm talking like Nashville, Austin, bluegrass instruments, Americana kind of
Yeah,
sound.
Slow them down.
Slows them down, acoustified, you know, like they do a really good Black Dog that's like doesn't sound anything like the Zeppelin Black Dog. I mean, it sounds like a different song, you know, almost.
We got some good options here in the crowd.
Yeah, let's hear it, Brian.
Well, what's interesting, so you got Jimi Hendrix all along the Watchtower,
Yeah.
and then you have Stevie Ray Vaughan's Little Wing. So Jimi Hendrix in both equations.
Both, which I think are super fair.
Jimmy's Little Wing's pretty good too, though.
So here's the problem. Well, the problem I have with that one, and I mean, it's a valid argument, is like the amazement is the writing of it, especially Little Wing, you know. But then you take what SRV did is he completely channeled the original and did his own thing with it, and it's when you know, when I do get one of those questions I get asked in like an interview setting or whatever is like, you know, what's the best guitar solo ever? And my go-to answer, because I don't want to think too long, because then my brain will explode, because there's really no answer. But I usually say the SRV Little Wing, because the whole song's a solo basically, but it also is an emotive, like lyrical thing as well. Yeah, Brian?
And I think he practiced for it.
What, SRV practiced for it?
Yeah, that thing feels so.
You know what's interesting is I'm pretty sure it was just an
That's a
outtake
one-time.
when they were getting the sounds for the studio.
It just feels so perfect.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, that's why it's so good, because it's just pure. Yeah, obviously he played it a bunch of times. It's not like he's like, oh, how does Little Wing go? Oh, a little something like this, you know? Not like that, but I don't think it was intended to be what it ended up being, like probably his seminal recording, you know? For me, it is. I mean, I like a lot of the stuff, but that one's pretty amazing. You got another one on there, Brian?
People are saying some funny stuff.
Okay. Well, I appreciate humor.
Yeah. We've got some good answers to some of the
What?
questions today.
Hard to handle.
Hard to handle. Good call. Yeah. Well, and you've got Otis Redding. Oh, here's a good one, and it's not arguably better, but Aretha Franklin doing The Wait by the band. Brian, you know that one? And Dwayne Allman's on it. Come
No.
on. Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It's amazing. And it's like, you know, take a load off, Fanny. Take a load for free. You know, it's like just pure, oh, that was fun. It's like pure groove-alicious. So let's see. I had another one in here related to that. Okay, so we had some good topics, and I'm going to go through and look at some of these some more. Peter Crepon says, greetings from Germany. Guten Tag. Guten Tag, danke. Oh, my buddy that was here last week, Tim Godwin, someone said hi from Germany, and he started speaking German. Do you remember that? He had some good, he started doing it, and I was like, hey, take over. Oh, Hear My Train A-Comin', the Hendrix. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. Holland. So Willem Last, Ravid Kesar, Ayush Agarwai, Ayush Agarwai. Keep saying the Verve over and over. Now, the Verve is Bittersweet Symphony, right?
That's the verb pipe.
Yeah. That's the big song, right?
No, I think that's the Verve.
Is it?
Yeah. And it was a sample. I think it's Rolling Stone sample. So I think they had to pay the Rolling Stones everything on that one.
What song?
Bittersweet Symphony. Oh, but what song? I'll look it up. Someone can write it in right now in the comments. Let us know. There's this thing called Google that I've heard about. I'm going to try it someday. All right, last tune, and then I'm going to do a few shout outs and just let you guys know, every Saturday at 1 o'clock California time, I do this and like hanging out with you guys, and I really, really appreciate you, watching and just having a little fun on a Saturday. What do you guys think? What do you think, Brent? This is my friend Brent's first time. Yeah, you like it? Oh, yeah, one more thing about Brent. So we played this late night gig. I'm just talking about what a good friend Brent is. Don't cry. No, but Brent, we used to play this really late night gig, and it was about an hour and 20-minute drive home from the gig, and we played every Saturday night. And Brent here would stay on the phone with me as I drove home to keep me alert and stuff, and we'd just, talk about life and all that stuff. And it's actually something else that's really cool about that is this was way before YouTube, and a lot of the conversations consisted of like, what the hell am I doing? Why am I still doing music? Like, what's going on? Like, I can't make a good enough living. I mean, it was a lot of like pour your heart out kind of stuff. So Brent was like, he's almost like my second psychiatrist. Because I have a real one. But I appreciate that so much. And we're going to rock together in New York. So thank you, Brent.
Dude, I remember when you got your first flip camera.
My first flip camera. Yeah, I was definitely on top of like videos happening, like videos where it's going to be, like something's going to happen. But, I had no idea what was going to happen. But I definitely, well, I also had my daughter was born around that same time that all that was technology was starting to speed up with like video and editing and GarageBand on a laptop. All that stuff was happening right when my daughter was born. And so I got a flip camera so I could take little videos of my baby daughter to like send them to, my mom or dad or whatever. And then files were so big you couldn't email them. So I got a YouTube account right at the beginning of YouTube just to host videos that I could send the links to of my daughter. But that's how I started editing video again. That's how I started like, getting on the software, then thinking, oh, I can use this in guitar lessons. I mean, it was insane. So anyway, and this song relates to that. One of these days I will rickroll you guys, but not today. It's the part everyone likes. One more time through. I've seen a lot of what the world can do, and it's breaking my heart in two. 'Cause I never want to see you sad, girl. Don't be a bad girl. If you wanna leave, take good care. Hope you make a lot of nice friends out there. Just remember there's a lot of bad and beware. Wow. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. Hard to get by just upon a smile. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. Always remember you like a child, girl. That was one of the rare instances of me singing. I don't sing, ever. But Cat is one of those things that's so ingrained in me, like I've listened to it so much that, it's just nostalgic. But yeah, you're not going to catch me singing much, people. So some shout outs here on, let me open Facebook as well. So get some shouty shouts. What's going on, Brian?
Not much. Someone heard a little Chicago in there.
Oh yeah,
it was actually Led Zeppelin.
It was actually Beatles, but
Oh really?
yeah, what I did, but when you're hearing it from Cat Stevens to the other thing I did, it does sound like Chicago, which is. I actually really recommend the Chicago documentary on Netflix. That's not what I was playing, though. I was playing While My Guitar Gently Weeps, which is the same thing. it's all in that same thing. Tennessee, Jason Scott in Tennessee. I'll be there the end of January. I'll see you there. Jason Scott, Voodoo Child Now. Chris Crawford, Rachel, oh, it's going by fast. Leon Fragioni, John Frediani, The Lonely Traveler. The Lonely Traveler. How are you, Lonely Traveler? What else we got here? I've been neglecting my Facebook comments here. Let's see what happens. Jeff Grimm, Alan Van Story, thank you again. Susan Wilner, always thank you. Ozzy Farrow, Lionel Johnson, David Goldberg, Wesley Britton. All these names I know. I feel like you guys are my friends, so thank you. Malcolm Rogers, Eddie Rains. I'm going to be in Nashville at the end of January. Anthony Marchot, Charlie Moon, Jason Wilson, Rodney Wally, Robin Wildcat Anglin, as always, thank you. Michael Collins as well, Larry Sanders. Oh, actually, Larry Saunders, sorry. Not the Larry Sanders. Charlie Moon, Anthony Marchat, David Viger. Shout out to Rye Guy. What's up, Rye Guy? Carl James Cash. Chris McLean, David Acevedo, Malcolm Reed, Ben Gaffron, Colin McKillan, back to YouTube, Edward Gonzalez, Garrick Pridemore, Mark Hind, Sofiane Beslimen from Tunisia. Some good Tunisia trivia. Good Tunisia trivia. They filmed the first Star Wars there. And Raiders of the Lost Ark there. Fleabottom, Ross and Fleabottom, Sean Vo, Garrick Pridemore again, Overdrive, 2 names, Overdrive. It's true. R.C. Odon, Carter Keene, Jason Scott, R.C. Odon, Sup Bud, John, next week Johnny Lang. Maybe you're going to see Johnny Lang. I have hung out with Johnny Lang a few times, actually.
Is Overdrive a band name?
Should be.
Like Drive Shaft?
Drive Shaft.
Drive Shaft's big hit? They had a big hit.
I keep wanting to say I Want You to Want Me, but that's a real song. It's You Are Everybody. That's it. Lost trivia. Come on. Okay, one more jam. And when the jam's over, this was for one of you special requests that I saw here. Brian, you know what to do when it's over?
Yep.
Let's see. All right.